So all the deluxe content came out, so let's see if it's worth the 30 extra euros, dollars or any extra amount of local currency you had to pay for it. This is going to be a quick run through of all the content, as I don't think you need to go in depth to see whether or not something is worth it. The Deluxe Edition includes 5 things on top of the base game. The digital soundtracks for Hitman 2016, 2 and 3, a digital art book, Deluxe Escalations, free at launch and free release down the line, and developer commentaries for all Hitman 3 levels except Carpathian Mountains. So I'll give my thoughts on all these things, starting with the most disappointing inclusion and ending on the best inclusion. The worst thing in this entire package in my opinion are the developer commentaries. These are starting locations where you'll hear the game director talk for a bit about the level. When I listened to the first one in Dubai, I expected the game director to talk when I did certain things, but no, it was just the thing at the beginning. So in the end it's just a few lines from the game director from one of the worst starting locations in each level, and that's it. They aren't really insightful and they're very bare bones. I think these could have been great, but as they are now, they're very lame and not worth listening to, or worth spending 30 extra euros for. I absolutely love art books, so it was a bit of a disappointment when Hitman 3's digital art book was just a bunch of official renders with some text by the side. These renders look good, especially the renders of targets and props, but I would have loved it if there was more concept art, like Hitman 2016's, the physical art book. Though it's fun to scroll through, it's not an art book I remember much of, and it's not something I wowed at when I first saw it. Now that we've got the 2 disappointing things out of the way, we can talk about the decent and good things. Starting with the deluxe escalations. These were special escalations, and with these special escalations also came items. In the end, there were 6 escalations and 15 deluxe items. Now, I want you guys to guess how many of those items were unique. Well, let me immediately spoil it for you. 0 were unique. They were all reskins, and though it's nice to have reskins of the Calmer and the Medic Grenade, I sure as shit didn't need another shotgun, submachine gun and 2 reskin snipers. But how were the escalations themselves? Well, let me tell you in this very quick ranking from worst to best. The Asmodeus Waltz literally felt like a glorified contract. The Percival Passage, not a glorified contract, but at least this one is interesting because you need to use a loud shotgun. The Gachito Antiquity, the use of emetics is an interesting concept, but it bugs out too often. The escalation feels weirdly super short. Prolove Parable, a very unique 3-stage escalation that takes you through redesigned sections of the train. Too bad level 1 and 3 were really short and lame. The Satu Mare Delirium, an amazingly redesigned version of Berlin that, just like the Prolove Parable, takes you through 3 varying stages of the level. Not a fan of the instafill complication. And my favorite, the Li Hong Derivation, a great contract focused around sniping and timing. Shame the third stage doesn't change more, but it's a great escalation overall. Out of the deluxe escalations, 3 are fantastic, 1 is decent and 2 are bad. And all the items are reskins. Now, for the best inclusion in this deluxe package. The digital soundtracks. I love the digital soundtracks, and though it may miss some bangers like Are We Stars and the Marrakesh Market music, it's still a fantastic inclusion. And even if you don't have the deluxe edition, you can still enjoy these great soundtracks, as they've all been posted on YouTube. So, all in all, the Deluxe Edition contains 1 truly disappointing and bad thing, the developer commentaries, 1 disappointing thing, the digital art book, and 2 good things, the Deluxe Escalations and the digital soundtrack. So is it worth the 30 extra bones? This is going to be a cop-out answer, but if it's worth it, is up to the individual to decide. If you think this is worth 30 extra bucks, go for it. I personally don't think it's worth 30 extra euros. But I'm still glad I bought it, because I'm happy to support IOI. But I understand when people say this isn't worth the money at all, because in my opinion it also isn't. The 2 best things in the package are escalations you'll play once and never return to, and the soundtrack that is now widely available for free. In the end, this deluxe edition is just super disappointing. But I hope you did enjoy this quick review and run through of the deluxe edition, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.